YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on off-season moves. Now, listen, we know what just happened about a couple hours ago, right? Justin Fields got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm going to talk about that, but I'm also going to talk about some of the other moves that has happened since my last live. And also, guys, we're doing the mock draft tomorrow. So be ready for the mock draft. If anybody have any recommendations as far as that with Superflex or anything different, tight end premium, your suggestions are welcome. Also, guys, I'm going to talk about, I got 5 rookie running backs that I'm going to talk about that I think you should be targeting in your rookie drafts in Dynasty, and also be looking for them in your redraft leagues. They can make a big difference for you on your team. So with no further ado, let's begin. Let me see what's going on in the chat. We got Zach Seaman. What's going on with you, bruh? We got Second Take in the building. What's going on with you, bruh? Zach says, Fields to the Steelers. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson on the same team. Yes, I was kind of confused about that. I didn't suspect Justin Fields to go to the Steelers because of the Russell Wilson move. But they said that Russell Wilson would probably be the starter. So I understand that. Maybe bring Justin Fields along slowly. Zach says, rank the AFC North teams. The AFC North teams. So I'm going to say Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati Bengals. Now, that can definitely change. I believe all 4 teams will be a playoff team this year. All 4 teams will probably be a playoff team. That can happen. All 4 teams can go to the playoffs. With 7 teams being able to go to the playoffs now, I think all 4 teams in that division can go. Very, very tough division. Probably the best division in football this year. Zach says, what do you think of Mixon to the Texans? I think just another guy. You got to go and stack your team with running backs. Running backs go down. So when you can get a guy on the cheap and you can give him goal line carries and he has the experience of a Joe Mixon, I believe that's good. So Joe Mixon to the Texans with that type of passing attack that they have with C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell and Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz, I believe that Joe Mixon could have 10 rushing touchdowns. So, yeah, I think it's a good move. I don't think he's going to go for 1,400 yards, but he could go from 800 to 1,000 yards easily. Zach says, I think the Mixon is an upgrade at running back for the Texans. It is better than Singletary. Yes, he's better than Singletary, but they do 2 different things. Singletary can catch passes. He's a good back out of the backfield. He's a little quicker, but Joe Mixon runs a little bit harder. So I thought they needed a back like that. I didn't think Dameon Pierce was the back that they needed. So yes, I think there's a good move for Joe Mixon. Zach says Patrick Queen to the Steelers was a great move too. Steelers defense will be very elite. Yes, I love that. Was probably one of the best moves of free agency, the Patrick Queen move. I love that. He's going to play hard against the Baltimore Ravens. He's not angry, but the Baltimore Ravens did not sign him to a 5-year deal, so that told him that they didn't want him. So he's going to play really well in that division. I love Patrick Queen. That defense is probably a top 5. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the number 1 defense in football. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. Let's get the lights up. Second Takes. What's up, bruh? Guys, make sure also, guys, the best ball leagues is coming. I'm having a tournament. I'm going to have a couple private best ball leagues where it's going to be a 12-man league. And, the winner will be getting gifts. I'm probably going to be doing gift cards. And it's probably going to be for the members only. Now, the tournament is going to be for everybody. But if you are a member, you get into that free. You get into that tournament free. If you want a part of the Phenom crew, you get in that free. If you are any other member, you get a discount. And if you're not a member at all, you have to pay full entry fee. And it's probably going to be $25 to enter that. And the prize would be how many contestants we have. So, and it's going to be for charity. So, guys, make sure, but I will be giving prizes for first, second, and third. So it would be very similar to Underdog. So, guys, make sure you sign up for that. Let me know. Hit me up at my Gmail about that. He said, so happy with this move. I appreciate it, bro. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't know, man. I think it's a good move, but I don't know if it's going to be a league-winning move for them. But I think Justin Fields is a good pickup. I can't be mad at him. I'm mad how they treated Pickens. I'm mad how they treated Pickens, man. But I guess it's a good move, right? I'm not mad at the move. I think it is a solid move. I think they're going to be fine. So we should see. Let's see. D-Lion, member for 6 months, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. D-Lion says Super Bowl. Listen, I know he mad about my Steelers when I said, hey, when I told Second Take, I appreciate that comment because I don't know, man. I think they're gonna be a good team. That defense is gonna be good, but if they don't start Justin Fields right away, I don't know how that's gonna work out. I do think Russell Wilson could be solid for him. Who knows, right? We should see. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate that, D-Lion. Mr. Anderson in the house. Yes, sir. He says, how do you feel about Najee? Najee is a good running back to pick up late. He's a good running back to pick up late and stash him. Listen, you got to try to get as many running backs as you can on your team. You never know who's going to be the league winner when it comes to a running back. So you got to stash these guys. So when these guys are going late, you stash them in your team. You know, it helps your team. I'm willing to rent a guy. I'm willing to draft a guy and he win me a playoff contest. I'm good with that. Everybody is not going to be a CMC. I always say that. Second Take says, we got your offensive lineman, though. Right. Who was that? Is you talking about Tyron Smith? You don't think the Jets get in? If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, I believe they are a playoff team if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. Let me see. Yeah, Tyron Smith. Yeah. I think he's gonna be solid for you. I think he's a veteran. He may get hurt a couple games, but he still can block. He's still a powerful man. Pause. Pickens to the moon. I agree. Pickens. I mean, I think he could be top 24 easy. It is a lot of time before the season. I agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, appreciate you, Zach. Fields will work in Arthur Smith's system. I think so. That run game is going to be strong. Okay. Yep. Wes Wilson is projected to be the starter. Let's see. All right, guys, let's get to some of the news. Let's break some of these news things down. Okay. So let's start. Guys, if I missed something, please let me know. Let's see here. So we talked about Joe Mixon. So it says that Mixon deal was like Mixon has signed a 3-year extension worth up to $27 million with the Houston Texans, according to the Bleacher Report, Jordan Schultz. The Texans are putting a solid investment into the Pro Bowl running back with $13 million of the contract being guaranteed. That's good money for a running back to be guaranteed. It's a strong landing spot for Mixon. And he's going to be playing with another great quarterback like he was with Joe Burrow. He's going to be playing with C.J. Stroud. I believe Mixon can have 10-plus rushing touchdowns. Let's see here. Who else? There's a really good move that we need to talk about. Like I said, I think Joe Mixon is solid. I think you always get running backs and stash them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting 3 or 4 guys. Now, I'm not saying all these guys have to be elite, but you need 3 or 4 guys in real life. And also in fantasy, it's the same way. Always stack your team with a bunch of running backs that have potential to take over. So you got to keep working the waiver wire. I always tell people that. Look at Derrick Henry. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs. These guys didn't hit off right away. They struggled a little bit, but if you held on to them, they helped you. They helped you win a championship or helped you in your playoffs. Let's see here. I'm not gonna really talk about a lot of the defensive players. Okay, so Calvin Ridley being traded to the Tennessee Titans. He signed a 4-year, $92 million contract. I think he was severely overpaid. Now, is he worth 11, 12, $13 million a year? Maybe for 2 or 3 years. I'm not giving him no $92 million contract. I know it's not guaranteed, but a lot of that money, he's going to get $30, $40 million of that money. I thought that was way too much for Tennessee. That was way too much. Now, he's good. He's going to be good for them. He's going to be good for that young rookie quarterback, Will Levis, but I wouldn't have paid that much money for him. That's just me. Let's see. Let's see what else here. Hayden Hurst goes to the Chargers. I think they just trying to get a lot of tight ends. You know how Jim Harbaugh, how his system is. So I wouldn't be trying to target Hayden Hurst. If you got him on your team, hold on to him. But he want 3 tight ends that he can put in and on start at one time. So that's what that move was. And Rondale Moore traded to the Falcons. They trying to get a lot of weapons. They're gonna spread you out this year. Pause. They're gonna spread you out. They're gonna be throwing the Kyle Pitts. They're gonna be throwing the Drake London. Right now, I'm telling you, the Drake London is top 12. No, but I would draft him as a top 24 wide receiver. So if you can get him as your number 3 wide receiver, you have a lot of upside with Drake London. Kyle Pitts, he is a top 5 tight end and always will be until he gets older or something. But I'm always going to take Kyle Pitts because of his potential. And now he has Kirk Cousins. Now, Kirk Cousins is coming off an Achilles injury, but I think he's going to be fine. Quarterbacks can get through Achilles injuries, and it's different for quarterbacks that are pocket passers. They don't really need the Achilles. You still have that your knees, and you still can push off and push the ball downfield with a like a rebuilt Achilles. They say that Treylon Burks will be the number 3 wide receiver. I'm willing to take him at the end of my draft or pick him up off the waiver wire if I can after my draft and stash him. I believe he's gonna be used like Debo this year. I believe they're gonna use him like Debo. They're gonna try to get him the ball, manufactured targets for him. He's not a fine-tuned wide receiver, but he will be getting manufactured targets. That may not be enough to be a starting wide receiver, but who knows what type of injury. We know Calvin Ridley was hurt last year for about 2 or 3 weeks. So who knows if Treylon Burks gets some opportunities. But I think he, with his upside and athletic ability and size, I believe he's a good guy to stash. Let's see. Let's talk about some new news, some other news here. Curtis Samuel. Curtis. So some Curtis and Curtis. Hey, Curtis Samuel, guys, that made a lot of money in his career. He got a nice deal to go to Washington. Then he gets 3-year, $30 million deal to go to the Bills. And Bills, they love those slot type wide receivers. They said Samuel signed a 3-year, $30 million deal to join the Buffalo Bills. The versatile wide receiver will link up with Josh Allen after spending the past 3 seasons with the Commanders. Buffalo has now added Samuel and Mac Hollins in the free agency, and Gabe Davis will be parting ways with the team and signing with the Jaguars. I think that's good for Trevor Lawrence, just a deep threat to hit at any time. While Stephon Diggs expects to remain Allen's go-to target in the passing game. Samuel Hollis and Khalil Shakir will offer some depth at the receiver position. So, guys, Khalil Shakir is another guy that I'm willing to pick up and see what happens and stash him. That's another stash wide receiver or buy low. If 4th round, 3rd round pick in a dynasty league, I'm willing to go get Khalil Shakir with that. It's because it's Stephon. Right now, you can get him for that. Now, if Stephon Diggs gets traded, you probably gonna have to spend a 2nd round to get Khalil. But right now, you can spend a 4th round or a 3rd round pick to get Khalil Shakir before Stephon Diggs is traded or something else happens. I see you, Big Will. Guys, I will be getting to the comments. I'm just trying to keep the show going because people will be streaming this. So I don't want people just to be hearing me reading out a lot of the chat, but I will get to everybody comment. But I kind of like to save them for the end. So if you can stay watching, I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you share the content. A.J. Dillon is expected to re-sign with the Packers. I'm very surprised with that. I'm surprised that Aaron Jones left. I think he's angry. He thought he was going to get more money. I thought Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones would have been a great tandem. It reminded me of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. I believe when Aaron Jones is healthy, he's one of the best running backs in the league. He's a top 5 running back. But if A.J. Dillon stays, I'm not saying to draft him or pick him up. But again, you stash running backs. Who knows? Josh Jacobs could go down and A.J. Dillon could get a full workload. Maybe this year he really works hard and he loses a couple pounds and he goes out and beats the draft pick that they thought he was going to be. You know, this guy came out. This guy was rushing 1,600 yards a season when he was in college against top defenses like Florida State, Miami. Those defenses were really solid then. And Boston College had nobody. They had no quarterback. It was just A.J. Dillon and Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly was like a junior, and A.J. Dillon was like a freshman, and that's all they had on that team. Let's see. Devin White. I want to talk about this because I do IDP leagues. Devin White lands in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles is not playing. Devin White is an all-pro type linebacker. So I think he's going to do really well to help that team. Philly should go along in the playoff. Pause. You know, they should be in the NFC Championship game with all that talent. If A.J. Brown can stay healthy, A.J. Brown, new brother in town. A.J. Brown. If he can stay healthy, Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley with Kenneth Gainwell, Dallas Goedert, and also picking up some guys out of the draft to help that offensive line. Maybe Jason Kelce might return. He could. It's possible. Let's see. Let's see here. Keenan Allen to the Bears. So we know now it's not going to be Justin Fields. It's going to be Caleb Williams. So Caleb Williams, and they could trade back, but I doubt that. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Caleb Williams. But Caleb Williams throwing to Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and what's the tight end name, guys? If you put what's going on, Galloway? What's the Cole Kmet? With Cole Kmet being there, he got some weapons. He could be okay. He has more. He probably might have more weapons than the average rookie quarterback. I mean, C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell wasn't a thing before he got there. So Keenan Allen is a known top 5 wide receiver in fantasy and also in real life. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say top 5 in real life, but he's a great route runner, top 3 route runner. DJ Moore is a big time playmaker. They got good running backs. So this team could be solid. I'm not saying I'm targeting anybody off of that team, but, you know, if I can get DJ Moore in the 3rd or 4th round, I think that's great. If I can get Keenan Allen in the 6th or something like that, I think it'll be good. I'm not saying I'm targeting Caleb Williams, but I can get him and stash him in a single quarterback league and put him on the bench and see what happens, kind of like you did last year with C.J. Stroud. Who knows? To me, and also, guys, let's talk about the Chargers, what that does to the Chargers. I told y'all Justin Herbert is not going to be a high volume passer this year. Now, if you can buy, if somebody willing to sell you him for the low, you get him. He's going to be an efficient quarterback. Kind of like a Kirk Cousins value was last year. To me, I'm taking him as a top 12 quarterback, but I'm not taking him as a top 5 quarterback. He's not going to be passing the ball 40 times a game. I would say he might average the same amount of passing targets that Lamar had last year. So go look at Lamar passing attempts, and I would say matched it up with Justin Herbert. Now, he's going to be efficient, so he's going to win you some weeks. So he's not chopped liver, but he's just not going to be throwing a lot. So for fantasy purposes, be aware of that. What's up, Will? What's up, Will? What's going on, Mason? What's going on, Mason? Let's see here. They say that Geno Smith will not face any competition from Howell. So I think this is going to be really good for Howell, just to sit back. Remember, Geno was a backup for about 3-4 years, and then he came in and got his deal. Sometimes you have to start over as a quarterback, especially if you are a young quarterback. Howell was young. He was young, and they threw him out there to the wolves. So I think him sitting behind Geno Smith, he has DK, he has Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba that I love this year. I love Jackson Smith and Jigba. So I think Howell, that's going to be good for Howell. So in fantasy purposes, guys, this is the time when you go buy low on Howell. Go spend a 5th-round pick for Howell in a super flex. Now, a single quarterback, his value might be lower than that. Okay, so Jerry Jeudy. Let's talk about Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy agrees to restructure his contract, and he goes to the Cleveland Browns. I'm not saying he's a buy low guy or anything. I just think we got to wait and see. So if you need a wide receiver, I'm not going to tell you that he's going to break out or anything. If you wanted to buy low, just because you could with a 4th round or a 3rd round pick or something, maybe do that. But I just want to watch Jerry Jeudy and see what happens. I want to see what Deshaun Watson is going to do this year. I think Deshaun Watson is going to be okay. Deshaun Watson is a winner. I think he is a buy low guy. I think I will go out and try to buy low on Deshaun Watson in the super flex league for the low. George Kittle restructured his deal. He already made his money. He just want to win Super Bowls. I'm also hearing rumors about Debo getting traded. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm hearing rumors. They probably want Brandon Ayuk because he's more of a downfield guy, and they feel like Debo can't stay healthy. Let's see here. That's what else. Yep, Kenny Pickett traded to the Eagles. Again, like I talked about with Sam Howell, I think that'll be good for Kenny Pickett to learn. I believe the head coach he did a great job with Jalen Hurts. I believe he can do a great job with Kenny Pickett. I would have liked to see Kenny Pickett go somewhere like the Kansas City Chiefs or maybe even the Rams and learn behind a great offensive mind and then go off into another team and get traded from that team and go to another team. But I think the Eagles is the same. I think the Eagles is a little bit of a downgrade from the Eagle. I mean, not from the Eagles, but from Kansas City, that type of offensive system, or even the Chiefs. But I believe today he can still learn a lot, and I think he will be a starter one day in this league. He was a 1st-round pick. Let's see here. Michael Gallup was released by the Cowboys. They say $9.5 million. Listen, guys, Michael Gallup got that knee injury. I wouldn't. He's probably on the waivers. He's gonna stay on the waivers. He could go somewhere and do decent, but I'm not buying low on him. He got to hit the waivers. I mean, dynasty and redraft. Joshua Palmer. I think that's a guy to get. I think Joshua Palmer will get some opportunities, especially for some deep balls. Pause. So Joshua Palmer, guys, is the guy that you can buy low right now and get for a 4th or 5th-round pick. It's just him and Quentin Johnson there. So they will be drafting the guy. I'm not really big on Malik Neighbors. I talked to y'all about that. Matter of fact, I can go through that real quick and give y'all my rookie wide receivers that I talked about that I like out of the draft. And let's see here. Malik Neighbors is my 4th overall wide receiver. Malik Neighbors is my 4th overall wide receiver. Do I believe that he could go to the Chargers? Maybe. to me, I like Brian Thomas better than him. I think his teammate was better than him. But anyway, my number 1 overall wide receiver is of course Marvin Harrison. My number 2 overall wide receiver is Troy Franklin from Oregon. I think he's explosive. He reminds me of a Devontae Smith. I think he could be a great number 2 wide receiver, big play guy. My number 3 wide receiver is Xavier Worthy. I think if he goes to somewhere like Kansas City that's already made a great passing attack with that type of speed, it's going to be amazing. Excuse me. Malik Neighbors is my number 4. He reminds me of Brandon Ayuk. And my number 5 guy is Brian Thomas. Actually, I got Brian Thomas, but I like him a little bit more than Malik. But it's Brian Thomas. I like him. He reminds me of Nico Collins. So those are a couple guys that I like, guys, as far as my rookie wide receivers. And they will be drafting one for the Chargers. Just know that. Quentin Johnson will be like a number 2 guy. I wouldn't count on him to be a superstar or anything, but maybe a top 36 wide receiver at the most. What's going on, Travis Looney? Michael Wilson. Right now, he's at the top of the depth chart for the Arizona Cardinals, but I believe that Marvin Harrison goes there. But I don't care that that doesn't affect Trey McBride. I'm buying low on Trey McBride. I love Trey McBride. Hold on, guys, for a second. Let me do something. Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to wipe my nose, and I didn't want to do that on live. Okay, so let's go. So yeah, I like Michael Wilson. I think he's the buy low guy. I think he could be a number 2 wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. I like Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, and Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch is another sleeper. And Trey McBride. I love Trey McBride this year. I think Trey McBride is going to ball out. He's going to ball out. Let's see. Let's keep going. Jimmy Garoppolo to the Rams. Jimmy Garoppolo to the Rams. I think he's a great backup quarterback. If anything happened to Matthew Stafford, he can come in and win a game. And he has a great offensive coordinator who going to get the best out of Jimmy. If you got a great offensive coordinator with Jimmy, Jimmy can play football. He's just not a league winner and I don't mean just fantasy. I'm just talking about in the NFL when you don't have great coaching around. But Josh McDaniels is a great coach, offensive coach, but he's not a great head coach. So he didn't do well with Jimmy as a head coach. So that a great backup quarterback. In fantasy, I don't think it means anything. Don't pay any attention to Jimmy. I'm in fantasy. Let's see. They just said Van Jefferson to sign a 1-year deal with the Steelers. What was that? Like, what is he going to do? Like, he's trying to replace Deontay Johnson? Like, you could get a rookie to replace that. I would not Van Jefferson. I'm not touching Van Jefferson. I'm not saying he garbage. That guy's in better shape than me right now. How I'm going to call somebody garbage that I can't do what he can do right now? But I'm not touching him on fantasy, and I wouldn't pick him up in real life. Donovan Peoples-Jones re-signed with the Lions. I think that's good. That's another deep threat for them. But I think Jameson Williams takes a step up this year. Go get Jameson Williams. He should not be on your waivers in a redraft league this year. Jameson Williams needs to be drafted. So pick up Jameson Williams. He's going to be a solid boom guy for you. Let's see. I don't want to talk about it. And like I said, guys, talking about Justin Fields. I know that's the main one while we're here. So let's get in the honey of that. Pause. But like I said, I don't know if he's gonna get the play this year. If Russell Wilson does well, they will never put Justin Fields on the field. But I think maybe it's a great time to buy low on Justin Fields for Dynasty. I don't think he's going to beat out Russell Wilson. I don't think they're going to let him beat out Russell Wilson and bench Russell Wilson. They could. Russell Wilson's not making a lot of money, But I believe that Russell Wilson is a good guy to start off with, being your starting quarterback. And Justin Fields could learn how to be a great professional from Russell. Not saying that Justin Fields is not a good professional, but Russell Wilson is the elite professional. He might not be a great locker room as far as talking to people, but he's going to show up for work and be there on time. And he knows, he prepares for each week and everything. And I think Justin Fields can learn a little bit from that. Okay, so let's get to the chat. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Okay. Commissioner Breeze, what's up, bro? He says Houston about to be a problem. Yeah. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. I want that tandem this year. If I could get CJ Stroud, Nico, and Tank Dell, I believe that's a league-winning tandem. And then, have you a good tight end or a running back, and keep drafting. I think that's a league-winning stack this year. That is one of the stacks that I'm targeting. He says all about the players getting their money. Right. Yeah, and I'm not hating on really getting this money, but Tennessee, that's where you went to? I don't know. You're going to get rid of A.J. Brown, and you're going to go sign Calvin Ridley. Now, Calvin Ridley can play if he's the number 2 wide receiver. I just think it was better options. I would rather went to the draft and rebuilt my team that way. Or got some lower tier veterans like a Keenan Allen. I would rather trade for Keenan Allen. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Zach says Marquise Brown went to the Chiefs. I like anybody go to the Chiefs, you automatically gonna take an uptick. I don't care if it's Kadarius Toney, it doesn't matter. So anybody going to the Chiefs is going to be good. They still gonna get another weapon. So I think Marquise Brown is a great discount wide receiver this year that you can get on the low, and he's gonna have some big weeks for you. Pat Mahomes gonna run around and hit him with a deep ball. That's what's gonna happen. I see you, Big Will. Yes, sir, Mason. Appreciate you being here. Did not expect Fields to the Steelers. I did not either. Not after they got Russell Wilson. But I got to give a shout out to my homeboy, Matt Galloway. He is a Steelers fan, and he's been saying this since day one. Soon as they said that they was going to trade Justin Fields, he said the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, listen, he want everybody to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He want Michael Parsons there. He want CMC there. He want Jamar Chase there. But when he said that about Justin Fields, everything happened. He said that they was going to get Russell Wilson and they was going to get Justin Fields. And I'm like, there's no way they're going to get Russell Wilson and then pick up Justin Fields. And they did exactly that. So I got to give him a shout out, man. You was right, bro. Yes, sir. Mason says, wish Hawks would have traded him instead of Howe. Right. I don't know. Maybe they're looking for the draft. That GM is a great drafter. He builds his team through the draft, and I like that. I like building through the draft. But yeah, I mean, if you ain't gonna start Justin Fields, I wouldn't get him. I wouldn't have traded for him. If you still got Geno, I like Geno as a bridge. I don't want Justin. To me, I don't think Justin Fields is a bench guy, but for the Steelers, I guess it makes sense. Mason says Pitts going to shine with Kirk. Yes. I hope so. I love Pitts. I'm a big Pitts guy. I've been on him for the last 3 years. Zach says, what do you think of Tajay Spears with Pollard? Now, I still love Tajay Spears. Remember, I told you running backs, you're not going to find too many running backs that's getting 90% of the carries. So it's okay getting these guys in committees. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So Tajay Spears is going to be good. Now, you got to probably bring his value down a little bit. And what I mean, don't draft him so high. I'm not drafting him in the 4th or 5th round anymore. I'm probably getting him more like in the 7th. You probably could start Spears and Pollard together. If you was a 0 RB guy and you had like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Amon-Ra, and I know that you can't have this, but I'm just throwing out something, and your running backs were weak and you probably had Tajay Spears and Pollard, you could start both of these guys together. Tennessee will be getting the ball to both of these guys. And I believe both of them are going to have opportunities to score rushing touchdowns. I don't think it's going to be Tajay Spears on the goal line and Pollard in the passing game. I think they're going to alternate. So I like both of these guys. I like Pollard this year coming off of that injury from a couple years ago. I think he'll be more explosive. I think Tajay Spears is going to get a lot of work too. I say both of these guys get about 170 carries apiece or 170 touches apiece. Close to 200. Just go to that offensive coordinator and see how he divvy out on it with his running backs. Zach says, do you think Jalen Hurts will take a lot of rushing touchdowns away from Saquon? No. And let me tell you why. And he says, or Jalen Hurts gets less rushing touchdowns. Yes. With Saquon being there. Yes. I think Saquon would be very good going to a better situation. I agree. So let me tell you this. The reason why I think that they got Saquon and spent that much money is they need a running back that they can rely on to take that running pressure off of Jalen Hurts. They don't want Jalen Hurts to have a shoulder injury or what would I say? Any type of injuries from running the ball. Now he's still gonna get those 4th and 1 and 4th and inches carries. And if it's on the goal line, they might give it to him, but they're gonna try to give that more to Saquon and keep Jalen Hurts up throwing the ball. Say he can throw the ball in the playoffs, in the real playoffs, and win them big games. He was beat up, guys. The last 2 years, he's been beat up. He was beat up in the Super Bowl. So I think they got Saquon to let him get beat up, and that way Jalen Hurts can win the game standing in the pocket when he needs to, and he's not beat up. He doesn't have knee tendonitis or a shoulder injury, right? So I believe the Saquon is going to get 10 rushing touchdowns this year with that type of offense. He's going to be a way better, more consistent DeAndre Swift. Matt Galloway, what's up, bruh? He said, what's good, bruh? Great live. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Will, what's up, bruh? Zach said, should I try to trade away Keaton Mitchell in Dynasty because Henry went to Baltimore? Yes, but if you can't get nothing for him, you need to stash him. You probably won't be able to get anything for him, so you just stash him. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Rex. Appreciate that, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Travis, he says, what up, bro? What's up, bro? Guys, again, I'm gonna tell you, I will be having a dynasty league. Let me see. Hold up, guys. Excuse me. Okay, so guys, I will be I have some orphan leagues and some private dynasty leagues this year. So if anybody looking to join one of my private dynasty leagues, I got one that's $100 entry fee. I got another one that is a $25 entry fee. So if anybody looking to join those leagues, just hit me up at my Gmail. Also, guys, I'm going to be doing a best ball tournament this year, and it will be $25 to enter. If you are part of the Phenom crew, you get in free for that tournament. You get in free from that tournament. So make sure you let me know about that. Let me see what else. Also, I got a draft guide coming this year, and that draft guide will be $25. And guys, it's going to be simple, but it's going to be gas. This is going to probably put you in the championship game. So just imagine me telling you having Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra ranked high, and I'm telling you that Jamar Chase is a good player, but he's not going to be the number one wide receiver. Not saying that's what I'm saying this year, but that's what I would have had in that draft guide last year. That type of stuff, right? So that's going to be cutting edge, guys. Also, if you are a member of the channel, that will be a discount. You could be able to get that for a discount. Also, consultations will be discounts this year. You can get a consultation and the draft guide for $70. I'm with you the whole draft, helping you, and you have the draft guide with you. And you're going to be able to use that draft guide all year long because I will be upgrading. It will be a document, like a Google document, and I will be upgrading things on that document. Even though you won't be drafting with it, it still would give you context of what I think about players. So make sure you hit me up about that. That will be coming soon. Also, you will be able to get a discount on the pre-order. I don't have the pre-order out right now, but if you are be looking at this, hit me up in my Gmail. That way I can hit you up and let you know when the pre-order is coming. All right, but Commissioner says AJ Brown was with a different regime during his time in Tennessee. Correct. But that's why they got fired. Like, as the owner, that's why a lot of people don't like Jerry Jones. They be like, man, Jerry Jones, he needs to leave his team alone. He would never let AJ Brown get out and then try to go get no Calvin Ridley. He made one big mistake as far as like that type of mistake with wide receivers and letting people go about 20 years ago with Randy Moss. And he said he would never do that again. That's why I'm not really hard on Jerry having his hands tied around the team, because he's not going to let a player like that get out the back door. And that was a big mistake. That set Tennessee back 3 or 4 years. Now they had to go get Calvin Ridley. You already had AJ Brown. You should have squeezed everything you had out of AJ Brown. He probably would have took a cheaper deal than he took to go to Eagles. So you should have squeezed everything you had out of AJ Brown. And then maybe let him go off of that second contract, but not the first contract, not his rookie contract. That was terrible. But you're right, it was a different regime. What's going on, Stacy? Appreciate you. Always showing support. Zach says Justin Fields will be the franchise quarterback for the Steelers. Having Russell Wilson on the team as a veteran will bring Justin Fields' career to the next level. I agree. Do you believe he would start? Do you believe that Justin Fields is going to start over Russell? Rex says, remember to hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Yes, sir. Hit the like button and subscribe. Commissioner says, guys, also go check out Commissioner Breeze. Post your Twitter, bro. Hey, guys, he got great content. Great, fantastic content. Detroit Lions fan. He says, DJ Reader, massive pickup for Detroit. What position did DJ Reader play, bro? Is that he's a defensive tackle, right? Is he a defensive tackle? Let me know, bro. Zach says draft Saquon at the end of the first round now in redraft or in the second round. Draft Saquon over Gibbs. Hey, didn't I say, bro, was it you? You was like, well, TD, you gonna take Saquon over Gibbs? And I was like, yeah, bro. And you was like, why? I said, because he's gonna get more workload. He's gonna get a better workload. Where Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna be explosive, but Saquon is the one that's gonna get 15 to 20 touches. Jahmyr Gibbs might get 12 touches, 13 touches on an easy game. It might be a few games out there where he get 20. It's gonna be a few games where he touch it 20 times. But he's not going to be consistently doing it, because David Montgomery is going to be that guy. That's why they got 2 running backs there. So that's why I've been Saquon. I'm taking Saquon as my 3rd running back in the first round. There's 3 first-round running backs. There's CMC. There's there's 4. I'm sorry. 4 guys that I'm willing to take. There is CMC, Breach Hall, not in that order. I'm taking Breach Hall over CMC. So Breach Hall, CMC, Bijan Robinson, and Saquon Barkley. And in the second round, I think there's a lot of running backs that you can take right there. Another 2 or 3 guys that you can take right there. Will says, I will be buying that, brother. All right, yes, I got you, bro. I got you. And I also, guys, like I said, make sure you get in these best ball leagues. These best ball leagues is going to be awesome. I'm running some best ball leagues, guys. I'm going to be doing some private ones and free ones. Like if you're a member, you're going to be able to get into a league. All you got to do is stay on that membership tier the whole year. So if you're on the dollar rookie tier, I got a league for you. Now, listen, that prize is not going to be the same prize as the Phenom Crew tier for that league. But yeah, it will be it'd be a $10, $15 value type prize that you will be able to get. So I'm going to have one for every tier. And then I'm going to have what else I was going to, it's something else that I said, guys, that I'm going to do with that. Yeah, so yeah, in the best ball. So yeah, that's the best ball leagues. That's all right now. This is the best ball leagues are coming up. So I'm gonna do private, and I got my tournament coming. The tournament is gonna be huge. So if it's 50 people in there, you divvy up the prize off $20. That's what it's going to be. Now I'm going to be making $5 off every entry fee. That's just, that's for my time. But I'm telling y'all going to want to get in there. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be giving out prizes outside of the first and second and third place. Rex says, what's your thoughts on the Cowboys going all in? We go all in every year. We go all in every year. I'm glad that Jerry's being more concise with his money. I wasn't mad that he didn't go out and get Saquon. I wouldn't have mind Saquon, but I'm okay with what he's doing right now. I think we're gonna be fine. The Dallas Cowboys are gonna be fine. I like that we still kept our head coach. Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are gonna be on even a better page. I think we good. Yep. Appreciate that, Will. Appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. Let's see. Zach says, no, I think Wilson will start this year, though. Okay. Yeah, Rita's a D tackle, right? From the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Yeah, that's gonna help out to stop that run D. I mean, stop that the run offense. He's a great run stopper. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Zach says, I agree with that. Bijan, Brees, and Saquon are my top 3 running backs. I'm not high on Gibbs. I like Gibbs, but I'm not taking him in the first round. I could take him at the turn, but I'd rather take him at in the second round. Big Will says, do you think Austin Eckler will be used how James Conner was used in Arizona? No, not quite. I would say Austin Eckler will be used like James White in New England. You remember James White in New England? I think that's how Austin Eckler is going to be used. Or just like Austin Eckler was used early in his career with the Chargers when Melvin Gordon was there. I think Austin Eckler is going to be a great PPR back. I'm not telling you to take him in the first 3 rounds, but I would take him in 5th, 6th round. My RB3, maybe RB2. Flex play. Rex says, I'm in a keeper league. I'm definitely keeping Bijan next year. Right. Right. So, guys, and right now, let me know how many of you are going to be interested in the best ball. The best ball league. The ones who are members, like you can let me know. If you're a member right now, let me know what you think about that. If you would be willing to join. Again, if you're on a Phenom crew, you get a free entry. Now you can get many entries as you want, right? So it ain't just a single entry. So you can get as many entries as you want. I might limit it to maybe 5. But you get 1 free entry if you're a Phenom crew. And also, guys, I'm thinking about giving you a percentage off. If you're a member, I'm going to be giving you discounts. I want to show support to you guys, but I want us all to compete against each other. And I think a best ball league would be awesome. I think it'd be fun. And I'm gonna run it through Sleeper. So, guys, just let me know in the comment section if you're interested. If you're not, no hard feelings. I know y'all want to play me in some leagues. So, like I said, I'm gonna have all type of different private leagues, and I'm gonna be talking about those. I'm gonna be advertising those leagues. And I also have some orphan leagues if anybody want to join. Okay, so let's talk about a couple running backs real quick, guys, before we get out of here. Some guys that I think is going to be really good for rookies. So the first one, guys, and I would say this is a ranking. I would say this is a ranking, but I'm going to start from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to start from 5. The first guy is going to be Jalen Wright. Now, listen, let me share this screen real quick. Let me share this screen real quick. Okay. Okay. So let's go here. I can find the guys through the 40s, and let's go to Jalen Wright. All right, he runs a 4.38. Now listen, just because you run a 4.38 doesn't mean that that you are going to be an elite running back. There's plenty of running backs. Emmitt Smith didn't run a 4.3. Terrell Davis didn't run a 4.3. Now Barry Sanders did. He was good, but even Walter Payton, he didn't. He wasn't a 4.3 guy. So you don't have to be some extremely fast guy to be great. But by watching Jalen Wright, guys, he's a strong runner. Now listen, let's go look at his size. Let's go look at his size. No pause. He's from my hometown. He's from Durham, North Carolina. I'm not from Durham, but I'm from North Carolina. That's that county is right next to my county. I'm 5'10", 210. That's good size. That's good size. So pause. But 5'10", 210, and he runs hard, guys. I like his 40. That's his strong. So if he find an open lane, he's gone. I think he's a top back in this class. Now, this is the guy that you should be targeting. I'm not saying in your first round or even your second round, but I'm definitely think he's a top 3 round back. So in your dynasty leagues, I think you can get this guy. And we're gonna have to fill it out with ADP. We don't know where he's going, but I'm definitely drafting this guy. And redraft, I think he's gonna be on your waiver wires probably, and you stash him. You stash these type of guys. I don't know how deep your bench will be, but you stash these type of guys. Let me see here. My bad, guys. Can y'all hear me now? Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So, yes, guys. Tyrone Tracy. I love him. I think he reminds me of Aaron Foster. He's a pass catching back. He's the only pass catching running back in he's one of the best pass catching running backs. I got a couple other guys on here that can catch passes, but I love Tyrone Tracy. So I don't know how much I heard of that, so I apologize, but I might go over some things. Like I said, he's fast, he's not slow at all. He's explosive with the 40-inch vertical, and he's quick. He has a really great cut, especially in the hole. Pause. He 6'8". I mean, with a 6'8" 3-cone drill, that means that he can cut on a dime. I seen him play against Michigan, and he was gutting Michigan. He had a good game to play against a top defense in the college football. So I like Tyrone Tracy, guys. Let's move up to my second guy, and he reminds me of Aaron Foster. If y'all didn't hear me say that, let's go on to my next guy. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Let's see here. Blake Corum. Now, like I told you, you don't have to be a 4.3 guy to be great in the NFL. Blake Corum ran a 4.53. He reminds me of Emmitt Smith. The guy is good. He could be the best running back in this draft class. He's 5'8", and he's only 205, but he runs like he's 210, 215. He runs behind his pads. He knows how he can read the hole. He can catch passes. I mean, the guy is an overall good back. He might struggle in pass protection because as a smaller guy, but he could get better at that. He could put on probably 10 or 15 more pounds and be a solid pass protecting guy. So when I watch him play, man, the way he hits the hole and stuff, man, the way he can run the ball multiple times and not get tired, he reminds me of Emmitt Smith. Let me see. So yes, I like Blake Corum, guys. And let's move on to my next guy. But he's my second best running back. And these 5 guys are the 5 running backs that I'm taking in Dynasty, and I'm looking to stash and redraft. Let's go on to my next guy. My next guy is going to be Trey Benson. Trey Benson reminds me of Edgerrin James. He's 6 foot, 216 pounds, and the guy can catch. He can make moves in the hole. So the reason why he's my number 1 running back with his size, speed, and pass catching ability, and being able to block, I believe this guy is, to me, he's the best running back. Only reason why I got him above Blake is because of his pass and his pass catching ability. So he didn't have a great vertical jump, but it didn't matter. He's still very explosive. He showed it with the 4.39. So I love Trey Benson. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys could take Trey Benson and have him with Deuce Vaughn. Yes, they could take Blake Corum. Trey Benson, Blake Corum, one of those guys is probably going to the Chargers. So those are my 5 guys. If you have any questions, guys, put it in the comment section. But yeah, let me stop sharing this. Okay. So let me see here. All right, where we at? Let me see where we at. Commissioner Breeze, I think this is where we at. Commissioner Breeze, he says Jacobs had arguably the best landing spot in free agent. Yes, I agree with that. No cap, I agree with that. I think he's going to be good. I'm taking him he's a third round running back. You could take him in the second round if you wanted to. I'm not going to take him necessarily take him in the second round, unless I needed to. Like if I went 0 RB and I don't know. It's just a lot of players out there. So I do think he's I don't think you overdrafted him if you go robust RB and you draft him in the second round. I do think you overdraft him if you draft him in the first round. Now listen, you could draft him in the first round and it work out. You can draft anybody. Look, if somebody would have drafted Kyron Williams in the fourth round, it would have worked out last year, but that was way early to draft him. So right now, I'm just gonna say he's a second round, third round running back, Josh Jacobs. Rex says if Jacobs can stay healthy, right? I don't know if he's going to stay healthy, but when he's out there on the field, he's going to ball out. Rex says also can't deny Derrick Henry's landing spot was great. Right. Derrick Henry's just going to be a touchdown guy. I think he'll have 1,000, right at 1,000, but he's going to have 10 rushing touchdowns easy. That's what running backs are for now, guys. They're not getting a lot of yards. They are for when they get down to the goal line, can they score? Like James Conner. That's what it's about. It's not about guys that's going to give you 1,600 yards. It's about guys who can get in the red zone. If you can get a touchdown with about 50 yards, then you could be a top 24, top 12 running back each week. Rex says, agree on Henry landing spot for sure. Big Wheel says, I'm sticking with redraft for the moment, sir. That's fine, bro. That's fine. Let's see here. Zach Simmons says, what do you think of Trey Benson? I love Trey Benson. That's my number one running back. I love Trey Benson. Rex says, knowing the future rookies can help redraft too. Right. Because you know how to stash guys. Correct. Sports Dog said, hey, TD, I caught you late. Always good to see you. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow out here. Are you putting out a draft guide for the upcoming season? If so, any idea of the cost? Yes, it's going to be $25. It's going to be $25. And you are a member, so it's going to be actually cheaper. I just got to see what tier you are. Depending on what tier you are, the cheaper you get it. Like if just because you are a rookie on the rookie tier, don't mean you're gonna get the same discount as the Phenom tier. So once I look at your tier, bro, I will let you know how much of your discount going to be. It's probably going to be like a 30% discount as a Phenom crew member, and I'm going to work it down from there. All the way down to like 10%. Will says, what are you thinking about the running back from Michigan? Can't remember his name. Yeah, Blake Corum. I like Blake Corum. He's my number 2 running back. The guy, he has no holes in his game outside of his size, pause, and pass blocking. But far as running the ball with the ball in his hands, he's great. He can catch passes. He's one of the best with vision. Him and Trey got really good vision. He's a good running back. I think he could be a good NFL running back. His size doesn't matter to me in the NFL game. I like Blake Corum. Hector says, you talking about Blake Corum. Correct. Thank you, Rex. It is $25, bro. Zach says, Blake Corum. Yep. That's him. Arthur, what's up? That's the smoothest dude in the business right there. What's up, bro? Appreciate you always showing support. Hector says, I like Brooks, Wright, and Benson. Right. Let me see, do I got Brooks? Anything? Man, I'm going to have to look up Brooks. I haven't seen anything about Brooks. These are the guys that stood out to me. But Brooks still could be good. Listen, I can't hit everybody, so you probably could be right, bro. But I do like Wright. I do like Jalen Wright from Tennessee, and I do like Benson too. Wright just don't catch a lot of passes. He just don't catch a lot of passes. Rex says, I can't hear you, TD. All right. Yeah, guys, that was on me. My bad. Yep, the sound was gone. Yep, cool. Which running back would you compare Jonathan Brooks to? But Brooks is also hurt, so I don't think Brooks is going to play a lot this year. It's kind of like Kendra Miller. They coming off knee injuries. But I need to do a little bit more. I didn't really look at Brooks because I don't think Brooks is going to be ready to play this year. But I'm going to do a little bit more research before I give you a person that I would compare him to. Okay. And Hector says a little bit of Bijan Robinson and Javonte Williams at Zach. Yeah, I like Bijan and Javonte. Like I said, if I can stash him for a late pick, I would do it, but I'm not going to draft him in the 3rd or 4th round. If I can get him in the 6th or 7th, maybe I might take him. Zach says, what pick in Dynasty can I get Tyrone Tracy? Right now, bro, me predicting, I do 7th round, but in a 5-round draft pick, 12-man league, I would probably say the 4th round. Just right now. Now, listen, he could move up. We don't know. If he go to Kansas City, he might move up, right? We don't know. Just depends on what they saying when you draft. If you drafting right now, you probably could get him as 4th round, in a 5th round, in a 5-round draft, rookie draft, you probably could get him in the 4th or 5th round. But as time get closer and he get drafted, it could change. Zach says the Cowboys will be drafting one of these running backs. I agree. Probably Trey Benson or Zach Corn. Blake Corn. I'm sorry. Blake Corn. I agree with that. Zach says, what team do you think Jaden Daniels goes to? Washington or Minnesota? Probably Washington. I think Minnesota want more of a pocket passing quarterback with Justin Jefferson. I don't think they want Jaden Daniels with Justin Jefferson. So I would probably say Washington. Yes, sir. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And Zach is very interested in the draft guide and best ball leagues. Thank you, Zach. I will be hitting y'all up, and I will be sending out the links, and I'm going to be posting the links. And then when they fill up, and then we'll go on to the next league. So you only can get 1 entry fee per league, like per 12-team league. Then when I do another one, if you want another entry fee, you can do it up to maybe 5. And I will be creating a thumbnail for that to advertise it. I think it's gonna be fun, guys. I'm gonna be giving out prizes, and guys, I'm gonna be giving out prizes for the mock drafts. If you win the mock draft, if I rate your team as the best rate starting right now, this early, I'm gonna send $1 to your cash out. I'm gonna send $1 to your cash out. And you know, well, that ain't a lot, but hey, that's $1. That's something that nobody else is doing. Ain't nobody else gonna send you $1 after you're done with a mock draft. So I'm gonna give y'all a lot of. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be giving out probably some cards, some packs. If anybody collect cards, I'm gonna be giving out a lot of things, guys. Different price ranges. Some things won't be very expensive. Some things are going to be will be expensive. Some shirts, some memorabilia, some mugs, a lot of things. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got a little bit of a cold, so my nose keep running. So that's why I signed off early, and I thought y'all could still hear me. I didn't know I just went blank. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, guys. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be having a mock draft tomorrow, and make sure you get in there early if you're gonna have, because some of you have problems getting in. So I'm gonna try to create the live stream early, and that way, if anything you have any problems, you can hit me up and let me know. So, Kitty, I'm trying to get in, and I can make sure you get in this draft. But if you have any advice, if you want to do super flex instead of single quarterback, let me know. So, guys, y'all be safe. Peace. Let me see. Wait a minute. Do we have something here? Jacob, he says Kyle Pitts finished as tight end 1. I hope so. I got a lot of him in my dynasty leagues. Got a lot of him in dynasty leagues. Since we got some people in here, let me Let me go by and show a little bit of my teams. How about that? Before we get out of here, I'll just go by look at some of my championship teams. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Let's share here. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Okay. So this is one of my teams. This is Fantasy Good Sports League 5. Superflex. Lamar Jackson, AJ Dillon, Ezekiel Elliott, Brandon Ayuk. Let me see. I want to show you the championship teams. I don't want to just show all teams. I would love to show the championship teams. Let me see if I can go. So I'll go to draft and then go to previous. It might not let me do the previous. No, I don't think it's going to let me do the previous leagues. There we go. Previous league. Okay. There we go. Okay, so League 5, I didn't win a championship in this one, guys. So let me see here. I didn't win. Let me see here. Where's my team at? Yeah, right down here. I didn't make the playoffs in this league. So let's just League 5. Let's see. This is League 4 right here. Previous leagues, 2023. This was the championship, I believe. Players, matchups. Let's see, scores. Okay. So this is the championship team right here. Let me scroll down. Why is it showing it that way? Want to show the down? Okay. So yeah, this is the championship right here, guys. Here's the team. I got Lamar Jackson, Ford, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Nico Collins, Gus Edwards, Travis Kelce, Ezekiel Elliott, Jared Goff, TJ Watt, Michael Parsons, Corey Walker. Because we play defense in my dynasty leagues. So we had like 9 spots on my defense. That's the bench. What's the draft? Can I look at the draft? Draft results. That's what I want to see. Let's look at the draft results. That's what we need to look at. Yeah, there we go. This is a championship league. I picked number 11. Well, this was the rookie draft. I took Zay Flowers, Marvin Mims, Evan Hull, Luke Musgrave, Deneric Prince, Branch Overshown. Let's see. So yeah, guys, that's my team. Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff won the league with that one. Zach says, what do you think of the Ravens situation? Lamar, Henry, do you think Lamar with value drops with Henry there now, or are you high on Henry this year? I like Henry for the right ADP. Again, I like stashing running backs. I like getting as many as I can, but I want to get them for the right ADP. Outside of the top 3 or 4 backs that I really like this year, all the other guys are, to me, can win you a week any day. I don't think they're gonna be like league winners. I don't think Derrick Henry is gonna be a league winner. I still do believe that Lamar is a league winner. I do think he throw for more touchdowns this year. I think he becomes, I wouldn't say a better passer, but a more proficient passer. Let's see here. Okay. Previous leagues. 2023. Yep, won the championship right here. Went 9-5. That was the rookie draft. I didn't draft there. I traded those picks. But did I have Sam Laporta? No, I didn't take Sam Laporta. Somebody else took Sam Laporta. But I got Michael Wilson and Deneric Prince. Those are the only guys that really worked out. I didn't even take Henley. I wanted to show you the startup draft, but I don't think I have it. But anyway, I'll just show you my team real quick. Lamar Jackson again. Y'all know I stay with Lamar Jackson. A.J. Dillon, Ezekiel Elliott, Brandon Ayuk, DK, Jerry Jeudy, Pat Freiermuth, Taysom Hill, Dotson, Nico Collins, Kayvon Thibodeau, Craig Walker, C.J. Stroud. So those are some of the guys. So guys, I don't want to bore you, but I just wanted to show y'all some of my drafting strategies. What I do. I took Lamar. Lamar was like probably my most drafted player last year. This year, my most drafted player probably going to be in like a dynasty startup, which I'm not going to be doing a lot of dynasty startups. Maybe one. I might do like a special dynasty startup if everybody want me to. If some of the Phenom crew members want to do one, but I would probably say maybe Bijan Robinson in the first round in some startup drafts and take my quarterback late. Maybe get a Jordan Love late. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all joining me on the live. Peace.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, about to terrorize. Step. If you a hating nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Hit my bop on you niggas.